What's up, everybody? It's your boy G, and I want to just address everything that's been going on social media, and from my perspective, as it relates to the whole Blake situation and my call for boycotting Blake's, as well as Einsteins. So this all started on Thursday. Juan and I had just wrapped up a meeting with another gentleman at 10. And we was like, let's go across the street, have a little celebratory cocktail because it had been a pretty good meeting. So we walk across the street to Blake's, and as of Thursday, it probably had maybe been about 2 weeks since I have been to Blake's, and prior to that, I had been in a while. But walking up, the guy checks my ID, and I turn to the door and I see the dress code on the door. So I'm like, I took pause. My first reaction was, why is there a dress code at Blake's? No oversized tank tops, no athletic gear, no sweats. Just some things that I just thought were pretty ridiculous to not go to Blake's. I mean, people literally spend all day at the park and go to Blake's, smelling like kickball and beer. And I'm like, this is just not the place for a dress code. So I was like, how long has this dress code been up? And he's like, as of 30 minutes ago. I'm like, okay. So I walk in at this point, and I took pause again. I'm like, you know what? I was like, this is a crazy dress code, do-rags and medallions, and I just thought it was crazy. So I was like, I'm gonna take a picture of this. So I walk back out, snap the picture, walk back in. So we walk downstairs to the bar. Juan is ordering drinks, and I'm just like, something just was not, that dress code was just not resonating with me. I just felt uncomfortable with it. So I decided I was going to post the picture on Facebook. I posted it on Facebook, and this is what I posted with the picture. Interesting, period. Thoughts, question mark, hashtag Blake's. Now, I had my own feelings about it. The dress code, to me, was targeting a certain demographic, and we know what that demographic is. But I am always very careful with what I say on social media, just because I know people are listening, and what you can say can just, people can take it out of context, blah, blah, blah. But what I will do is I'll start conversations, and that's what I decided to do with this picture. So I posted the picture, want to start the conversation, see what people just want to kind of get their thoughts on what they thought about it, and wondering, hell, am I crazy for feeling this way about this? So at the bar, having our drinks, meanwhile notifications going off, people sharing the picture, getting outraged, some people don't have a problem, yada yada yada, people are talking about it. So at this point we finish our drink, and I'm just like, just not really feeling Blake's at this point, right? I was like looking around, looking at the bartenders, just feeling that aura that we always, a lot of us, I'm not gonna say all of us, many of us feel when we go there anyway, like it's just, they don't really want you there. That's what I was getting. It was coming on even stronger with this dress code and everything, and with that on my mind. So I'm like, what? I was like, I don't really want to give these people any more of my money. But I was with Juan and I was with the other gentleman, so I let them decide. I was like, look, I'll go with the majority. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. If y'all decide to get another drink here, let's do it. If not, we can walk away. But anyway, we all ended up just staying, have one more drink, and then we left. That was that. So the next morning, Friday morning, I get a call from the Georgia Voice asking me about the picture and my experience, what happened, which really nothing really happened, and so forth. So I gave him the whole spiel on what happened, just exactly what I gave you, and he asked what my opinion was on and how I felt about it, and I shared that with him. I said, even though I may not, wear many of the things that were on the list, I am smart enough to know that everything on that list are associated and stereotyped about black people. And as a black person, I feel offended because now you're blatantly wanting to exclude black people. And again, I'm gonna say that regardless if I wear it or not, just like white people and everybody else besides black people eat watermelon, they fry chicken and like fried chicken, but y'all know those things are associated with black people. So I took offense to it. And I felt like it was almost like the tip of the iceberg. It was that blatant because this has always been the, racial climate, to me anyway in Atlanta. And I think a lot of people, a lot of you out there feel the same way. And this was something that happened to really spark this conversation. And you know, a lot of people, you know, want to say, well, why not just go there if they don't want you there? Well, I'm not going there. That's the whole point. I'm not going there. I chose not to go there. I chose not to go to stop going to Einsteins as of like latter part of last year, because I feel like these businesses, again, a lot of them don't really care for us to be there. And I think it comes off in their actions and their energy. It comes off, it shows that their lack of support in the Black gay community. I've tried to work, I've been very passionate about Einsteins in particular because we do go there the most. And we spend a lot of money there, especially on Friday nights. That's their biggest night of the week. And Einsteins over the past 3 years has continued to decline to show any support for the Gentlemen's Foundation. And so obviously it's my organization, and if I'm continuously asking an establishment that I'm putting my money into multiple times a week. I've spent thousands of dollars at Einstein's over the years. I mean, I've been going to Einstein since before it became, you know, what it is today. I remember sitting at the bar on a Friday, Saturday night, and there's 3 people at the bar, and then we having conversations at you know, long conversation with the bartender, because they had that kind of time. And that's what I really enjoyed about it. And still to this day, fuck, I miss Einstein's, which is one of the reasons why I try the hardest to work with Einstein's, because I was like, I want that you have to show that you're appreciating all of the business that the Black gay community is bringing you. And regardless, and I'm going to say this loud and clear, regardless if you support the Gentlemen's Foundation, because hell, maybe they might don't even like me. And that's why they don't want to support it. And that's fine. But I haven't seen them support any Black gay organization. Black Pride is the biggest event that goes on in Atlanta all year. Thousands of people come here. Do you see Einstein's name on any Black Pride events? Do you see Blake's name on any Black Pride events? Those are only 2 I'm gonna call out, but I want you to pay attention to all of the businesses and bars and clubs where you spend all of your money and you don't see their name supporting Black gay pride. To me, that's a problem. That's a problem. I don't know about you, but to me, that's a problem. And for me, you know, my whole point in this boycott or you know, or whatever is to stop spending money where they don't appreciate you. And that is my whole point in vocalizing everything that I'm saying right now. My whole point in saying let's boycott Blake's, let's boycott Einstein's. That's a whole point here for me. Now, since this has happened, there's a lot of people who share the same passion about the racial climate in Atlanta as it relates to some of these community businesses. A lot of people feel the passion, have been feeling that passion for years. They might have all the call to actions that some people want to go down there and boycott. Some people want to actually, you know, get the owners to sit down and talk and create change. And I think that's a wonderful thing. We all can stand as a community and bring up call to actions on what needs to change right now. But from the first step, for me, my personal call to action is to stop spending your money in these places until you see them to start to support you. That's all I'm saying. There are places out there that do support the Black gay business. Cirque is Black LGBT owned. Daiquiri Factory, Black LGBT owned. 10th and Piedmont and G's have donated to the foundation and supported us multiple times. They have always been supportive. There are good businesses out there, but Blake's and Einstein's ain't it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So that is my whole point here. And you know, some people, you know, they want to say, well, why complain about it and why don't you just, you know, open up your own spots? You know, it's not really about opening up your own spot. Yes, I would love to see a Black gay owned bar or club in Atlanta. I think that we all would, and we all pretty kind of, you know, shocked, like, why the hell isn't there one? But if you really want to know that answer as a Black gay man, if you're asking the question, it's because the simple answer is a Black gay man haven't opened up a bar or restaurant yet. And that's it. Why haven't you? Not everybody want to. You guys want to say, why don't these black promoters, why don't they just open up their own shit, or why don't you get together and put your money together? Maybe they don't want to. You don't know the business ain't on a hot. Their business could be profitable as a black gay promoter, and they don't have to take on the pains of opening up a bar, because it ain't just that easy. It ain't just that easy as putting your money together. It's not that easy. So my point in saying that is that's not the point. The point for me is just stop spending your money in places that don't want your business. And that's really all it is for me. And you see me looking down at my paper because I don't want to forget anything or forget to address anything that just from reading the comments and stuff and what's been going on. But look, that's really all it is for me. I think it's that simple little picture on Thursday is starting an important conversation in our community. There's a lot of passionate people out there that is sharing in these feelings, and I think we're going to see a lot come out of this. I know, a lot of people have reached out to me, and we're starting to schedule and meet and really start to do some stuff to see what we can do to create change in a peaceful way. And really, that's where it is for me, and I hope you receive that. I mean, if you feel the same way, let's stand together and see how we can create change. If you don't, then that's okay too. But, and actually one other thing I wanted to address is that I think that it's, among our community, we try to separate ourselves from each other. I saw a lot of comments about, well, I don't dress like that. That ain't me. I don't want to be around that righteousness anyway. Blake's, Einsteins, whoever, they look at you the same fucking way. And they talking about your people. That's all I got to say about that. Peace.